I'm gonna sing a couple of songs to prepare our environment, to prepare our soul for the Spiritist talk tonight. So welcome to our meeting. First of all, I'm gonna sing a song called Vibrate. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It is time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate away, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. And now I'm gonna sing a song, Good Old Man. It's about our protector, our mentor, Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blue crystal eyes, song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. Now I'm gonna sing a song that really calmed me down. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, lay, nature's love, a constant giveaway. In joy, in peace, my heart finds its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. Love in action. Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor, to say thank you, my Lord, for the lives that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see how this transformation, we just have to put love in action. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, Hello, brothers and sisters of my heart. Welcome to Spiritist Talks. And tonight, as always, we want to share some announcement and welcome you whenever you're watching in demand, if you're watching right now. So we have to share some announcements with you. So first of all, turn off the phone notifications so you can concentrate more. Try to find a quiet place if it's possible. And our meeting has the format of a 30 minutes presentation plus following by 10 minutes questions and answers. And after that, we have the spiritual care. So for the spiritual care, we ask you to prepare a bottle of a glass of drinkable water to be magnetized. So we're gonna give instruction about this after. Just to let you know, our meeting is retransmitted today for Spiritism Canada Facebook, Spiritism Canada YouTube, Conference Continental America Facebook, and on Saturdays in 3 different times, Facebook by Kardec Radio and YouTube. So you can go on demand and see those all the meetings that we have. And if you are interested in studying with us and get to know Spiritism, is a free online course that we offer every Saturday. And you can do your registration is here. The link we're going to post later on. So on this course, we study many different subjects that we talk here in our Spiritist Talk every Tuesdays. So everybody is welcome. You're gonna start a new group on January, so you are welcome to join us every Saturday. Still on, but you are allowed to start a brand new, fresh in January. We also offer a gospel at home. Gospel at home is a time that we get uh, invite Jesus Christ to be in our home. It means that we pray together. So if you are interested in know about this, we can offer help to support you to start and maintain the gospel at home. It's a meeting that we do in our home with the people that live with us, or we can do alone and once a week. So it's everybody's welcome. We're gonna post the link. If you're interested, just contact us. We have a group for this. So we also have in here a group of vibration. We understand that everybody need good vibrations. Sometimes we need more than the expected. So we're gonna post a link too, that if you need or you know someone that looking for something like that, put the name there. It's like a book that very private, and we the group here pray in favor of these people that's in the book. Tonight we're gonna have a very good subject. Is the gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 12, love your enemies, items 5 to 6, discarnated enemies. So we're gonna have our sister Marcel. But before, I'd like to encourage you to make comments or make questions. So in the end, we're going to try to answer all of them. So feel free to make questions. And as usual, every time we start with the opening prayer. But for this, I'm going to call our sister Marcel. Hello, Marcel. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. So Marcel is gonna do opening prayer. I'll be back in the end of this talking, and feel free, Marcel. You
Mm.
are okay. I'll
Okay.
be here if you need anything.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So let's do our initial prayer. I invite everyone to close your eyes if you wish and feel comfortable. Let's elevate our thoughts and let's think in God and thank Him for the opportunity to be one more Tuesday here, to study a little bit more, to learn a little bit more about His teachings and the way that we need to conduct our lives in order to become better person, better people every day because we need to follow God's law, which is the progress law. Thank God for everything you have done to us, for our lives, our health, our food, our home, our job, and everything. Even the things that we don't understand, we thank you because we know that you never mistake and everything happens for a reason. We ask you the inspiration for this talk. May I convey your message the best way possible, and may everyone, incarnate discarnate, can finish this talk much better than when we started. And now I ask you to stay with us today and always. So be it. Okay, everyone. So let me share here. So today, as Publius said, we're gonna talk about chapter 12. The name of the chapter is Love Your Enemies, and the today's topic is Discarnate Enemies, items 5 and 6. So to start that, let's take a deeper look into an important spiritist concept, the existence of discarnate enemies, spiritists who may hold resentment against us even after leaving the physical world. So, Spiritism teaches that our relationships do not end at death. Love, friendship, great gratitude, but also resentment, anger, and unresolved conflicts can continue beyond the physical plane, right? So, understanding this helps us grow spiritually and give us practical tools to transform hospitality into healing. Sorry, hostility into healing. So, this topic is very short, but it's very profound. That says about um, the way that we need to conduct our lives in order to love our enemies. And we know that this is a very weird for those who are not like spiritists. It doesn't sound so good. Like if you think like, how can I love my enemies? Like the person who like act bad at me or was evil or something like that, how can I love this person? And Jesus, when he came, his example wasn't like to love our enemies the same way that we love our parents, our children, our siblings, our family, or our friends, our loved ones. No, he's not asking us this. He's asking this is a different love. It's not like we think bad things about the person. It's to pray for that people who may they act wrong at us, right? So we are gonna like talk a little bit about this topic, and I'm gonna read the first and the second slides, and then we're gonna talk a little bit. This is a little short passage from the Gospel according to Spiritism that says, like, Spiritists have yet other reason for being tolerant of their enemies. First of all, they know that weakness is not a permanent state for humans. Um, God's law, as I said in my prayer, it's a progress law. So every one of us, me, you, every one of us, we will progress. One day we will be pure spirits. So we are not like in all the lives that we have, we will not be like bad every time. We will progress, we will get better. But this is up on us, right? So it's a choice that I make to get better, to improve myself, to align myself, or to stay like on the same stage. If I wanted to progress, I need to do something about it, right? So through different periods of humanity, people have been recently attacked by discarnated enemies. So, which we can call them ignorant spirits, challenging even Jesus himself. So, where does such empty come from if we consider only a single lifetime? Could it be due to actions of their ancestors? Most of these hostilities arise from betrayed um, trust and broken bonds of love, which at times extend beyond material death. The victims of our selfishness and pride carry into the future the memories of our troubled past, memories we failed to resolve. So, this is how cases of obsession emerge. Spirits who long to inflict pain upon us so that we may understand the very suffering they once endured. So, great disasters are often the result of a series of small acts of neglect. So, we must watch over our behavior and our words so that we do not wound or condemn anyone. They also know that death frees them only for their physical presence of their enemies and that their enemies can pursue them with their hatred even after having left the earth. So spiritism reminds us that weakness is not a permanent condition, as the first slide said. And everyone who acts with malice or injustice, it's simply going through a moment of moral imperfection. Just as a child eventually corrects their mistakes, every spirit will one day awaken to the consequence of their behavior and seek goodness. This perspective helps us replace anger with compassion. If an enemy harms us, it is because they are still learning, just as we are. Um, it is Spiritism responsibility to show through experience and the law that governs the relations between the visible and invisible world, that the expressions extinguish hatred with blood is radically erroneous. Jesus didn't say that you need, if someone do bad to you, you need to do the same. No, he said us to forgive, not even 7 times, but seven, like you need to multiply 7 by 7 times 70, right? So we can't do like, as in Portuguese we usually say something like that, I'm gonna pay on the same coin, right? So I cannot do that. So if someone do bad to me, like act very bad at me, I know it's because we are humans, we are all learning, as I just said, but we need to try to, if I can't control anyone else's behavior, I need to control myself. right? So Kardec's text explained that death does not eliminate the feelings of hatred. A person who disliked us during life may continue to feel the same way in the spiritual world. Their resentment can even intensify because they may feel powerless or frustrated. But the most important teaching here is the revenge never achieves its goal. Trying to get even only fuels the other person's bitterness, both before and after death. Christ asks us to love our enemies because love interrupts this cycle. When we behave kindly, even towards someone who dislikes us, we remove any justifications they may have for continuing hostility. We stop feeding their resentments. So, consequently, Spiritism must present um, a positive reason and practical usefulness for forgiveness, and Christ's sublime maxim: love your enemies. We know that this is not an easy thing to do, but we need to start practicing if we haven't started yet. So, according to Kardec, the enemies of the invisible world manifest their malevolence through obsession and subjugation, which so many people struggle with, and which represent a type of trial that, like all others, contributes to the advancement of the soul. We still have great difficulty developing noble feelings and responding to evil with good. Then Jesus comes to us and says, love your enemies. This love is not the same love we feel for our family, as I said before, our parents or children, but rather the commitment to cultivate within ourselves the desire for the well being of others and the decision not to harm those who hurt us. And this passage, um, just one second. Yeah. So, in this passage of the gospel teaches us that we should not love only our incarnate enemies, but also the discarnate ones who we may bring with us from past lives, those whom we failed to love or forgive. Most of the time it's our fault that we are being obsessed, because most of the times it's we did wrong, right? And we did not change. And if we change, if we get better, our like the disconnect spirits, they will see our improvement and they will feel like different. They will no longer have any reason to like acting bad uh, towards us, right? So Spiritism teaches us that death is merely a change of home, a change of state. Therefore, when a person discarnates, they carry with them all the feelings they had while alive. If someone hates a person during their lifetime, they will continue to hate them after passing to the spiritual realm. That is why it is so important that we make peace with our enemies while we are still incarnate. That we transform an enemy into a friend while we can still see them. Because once they discarnate, we can not longer see them and we don't see what they're doing, because we are the spirits, they have very like a big influence in towards us, right, on our lives. So we need to be very careful. And if we have a chance, please transform your enemy into a friend while the person is still alive. Because when they are discarnate, it's a little harder. It's not impossible, but it is harder. So there is no heart to preserve that it would not be touched by good behavior, even without being conscientious of it. Through good conduct, one removes at the least and protects for reprisals and can turn enemies into friends. Through the bad behavior, we anger them, and it is then that they serve as instrument of God's justice for punish those who have not forgiven. So when they are discarnate, they observe us at every moment and wait for any slip so they can influence us negatively. This is why we must not hold on the hatred, resentment, or hurt towards anyone. If our behavior remains flawed, those spirits will continue to pursue us. However, if we improve ourselves, if we change our conduct and begin to love and forgive, they can be touched by these good feelings. But we must forgive from the heart, not simply say that we forgive without truly meaning it. We know this is difficult, but we must try and improve little by little each day. The text teaches us that weakness is not a permanent state in human beings that we said. One day, evil grows tired and of doing evil. At some point, both incarnate and discarnate spirits will feel the need to improve. However, the incarnate person, like us, can help the discarnate one by taking the first step towards inner renewal, the self enlightenment and transformation by observing our weaknesses and for negative tendencies and working to refine ourselves. We show our spiritual adversaries that we are no longer the same individuals who centuries ago repeated the same mistakes. This inner work can influence the transformation of the spirits in the spiritual realm. The spirits may realize that it too can change its attitude because we have changed ours. So, and is the way we shape our future and our own successive existences. So, if I want to have a good uh, next life, I need to start now. I need to improve myself now because God's laws is the justice law. Sorry, God's law is the justice law. So we need to do good. So God is gonna be just to us, and we will receive the things that we are giving, right? So and then we go to the next items is the sex. So one can therefore have enemies among both incarnates and discarnates. The enemies of the invisible world expresses their malevolence through their obsessions and subjugations, of which so many persons are the target. So, in the next passage, in this passage, Kardec explains that we can have enemies both incarnate, um, people living around us, and discarnate spirits who continue old resentments from past or current relationships. This discarnate The adversaries may express their hostility through what we call obsession, a form of spiritual influence that affects through emotions or behavior. Obsessive processes are not punishments, they are trials, opportunities for moral progress. If a spirit still hates us, it is usually because we once gave them reason to, perhaps in this life or perhaps long ago in a previous incarnation. When obsession appears, the teaching is not to fear but to reflect. What can I do to repair, to forgive, to grow? The recommended attitude is benevolence, patience, and depravor. Do spirits see everything that we do? They can, if they so choose, since they are always with you. Practically, spirits only see what they direct their attention to and ignore what does not interest them. So, in this passage, Kardec says that, like, also reminds us that Earth is an imperfect world. If there are still evil spirits around us, it is because the Earth is still home to moral imperfection and humanity and in the spiritual environment connected to it. So, the remedy is not aggression or fear, right? It is charity. We will see in the next slides. So, in charity, even towards discarnate enemies, gradually dissolves the resentment that keeps them attached to us. So, we need to pay attention that they can see us. And if they want like a revenge, they will only see the bad things we do. So that's why it is so important to improve ourselves so they can change their point of view about ourselves. There is no human upon whom the good or evil influence of spirits does not act. We live in the midst of an invisible crowd which attentively watches our existence. If there were no evil people on earth, there would be no evil spirit around us. This is very important, right? So here, Kardec reminds us of a reality of Spiritism, makes very clear we are never alone. At every moment of our lives, we are surrounded by an invisible community of spirits who observe us, support us, and sometimes challenge us. Their influence can be positive or negative, depending on our own thoughts, intentions, and moral states. Just as we attract friends in a physical world through affinity, we also attract spiritual companions whose vibrations match our inner condition. So if I'm thinking positive, I'm gonna attract good spirits. But if I think like, if I watch lots of bad things, bad like just bad news, like violence, crimes, and all bad things, I'm gonna attract all the spirits that like vibrates in this symphony, right? So when our mind is elevated, serene, and guided by love, we naturally connect with the spirits who inspire peace, uh, clarity, and strengthen. But when we harbor anger, pride, jealousy, or fear, we may draw closer into spirits who resonate with those same emotions and who may amplify them within us. So these teachings is not meant to threaten us, but to empower us. It reminds that our greatest protection um, lies in our moral choices. A kind thought, a sincere prayer, or an action of forgiveness, or even a small effort to improve ourselves, creates a vibration that invites good spirits to walk beside us. We live in the midst, in the visible crowd. We just read that, not as victims, but as collaborations in our own spiritual journey. When we elevate ourselves, we elevate the spirits around us as well. And in this beautiful exchange experience, we realize that spiritual influence is not something to fear, it is something to understand, to work with, and to transform into a force for good. So, moral improvement. So physical causes fit themselves. This is in the chapter 28. Okay, this is after the chapter that we are studying today. So physical causes pit themselves against physical forces. A moral cause must be opposed by a moral force. In order to prevent infirmities, we fortify our bodies to exempt ourselves from obsession. It is necessary to fortify the soul, which means that the obsessed person must work for their own betterment. So, this passage teaches us a fundamental principle of Spiritism that every cause must be addressed by a force of the same nature. If a challenge is physical, we respond with a physical support. Rest, nutrition, medicine, healthy habits. But when we challenge is moral or spiritual, when the challenge is moral or spiritual, such as obsession or persistent negative influence, the remedy must also be moral and spiritual. Kardec emphasizes that obsession cannot be resolved by external rituals or by someone else acting on our behalf alone. Just as no one can strengthen our muscles for us, no one can strengthen our moral character unless we participate. To protect ourselves from spiritual disturbance, we must fortify the soul through patience, humility, charity, forgiveness, and sincere transformation. This does not mean obsessed person is guilty. It means they are capable. They are not powerless. The healing comes from inner work. Examining our weakness, overcoming harmful tendencies, cultivating courage and discipline, and choosing thoughts that align with goodness, with the good spirits. When we elevate ourselves morally, we change our vibration field. Spirits who once found affinity with our anger, pride, or fear no longer find a place to connect. In the same way that turning on a light dispels darkness, moral improvement weakness spiritual influence that is harmful and strengthens the influence of good spirits. Ultimately, Kardec is reminds us that obsession is not merely something that happens to us, but something we can actively overcome. Moral strength is the true cure. And the more we grow, the fear and the more protected we become. So, the concept of evil. Spiritism has come to show that these demons are none other than the souls of wicked humans who have not yet gotten rid of their material instincts, that nothing can replace them except the sacrifice of one's hatred, that is, by showing them charity. That charity not only has the effect of stopping them from practicing evil, but it also can lead them to the path of good and contribute toward their salvation. It is thus that the maxim, love your enemies, is not limited to the narrow circle of the earth and the present life, but it's part of a great law of universal solidarity and fraternity. So this part here, this passage clarifies a profound truth. So-called demons are not eternal forces of darkness, but the souls of human beings who have not yet freed themselves from lower instincts and emotions. They are suffering spirits still trapped in hatred, pride, or resentment. And Kardec teaches us that nothing can truly pacify them except the sacrifice of our own hatred, that is, responding with charity instead of retaliation. Charity has a double effect. It not only prevents these spirits from continuing to practice evil, but it also guides them toward the path of goodness, contributing to their eventual salvation. This is why Christ's maxims, love your enemies, goes beyond earthly relationships. It is not the teachings limited to our current lifetime or to those we see around us. It is a universal law of solidarity, a bridge that connects incarnate and discarnate, inviting all of us on both sides of life to grow together in fraternity. Let's see here. Sorry. Okay, so concept of charity. Charity is the eternal anchor of salvation, the purest emanation which comes direct from the Creator, part of His own virtue, which He gives to all creatures. So, and what a wonderful moment it would be if, upon arriving in the spiritual realm, we were welcomed and embraced by those who once persecuted us so intensely. And as we recognize that we ourselves were also the cause of their suffering, of their wounds, and of the sadness that shaped their behavior, we also realize that we become instruments of their transformation. It is up to each one of us to reconcile with our enemies, whether they are incarnate or discarnate. And the practice of charity can help us to improve ourselves, to change our vibration, to do good, right, to everyone. And not only material charity, but the moral one too, right? So we need to do starting it's small. You don't need to do big at the first time. You start small, and then you keep doing that, and you will like get better, right? And you will attract good spirits around you, right? Um, and I brought this. It's from Mahatma Gandhi. He said, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." So we need to become stronger in order to forgive our enemies, incarnate or discarnate. So putting these two teachings together, the Spiritism shows us a powerful truth. Conflict does not end with death, but neither does love. When we choose forgiveness, humility, and charity, we transform the relationships. We help not only ourselves, but the discarnate spirits who is still suffering. Christ's command, love your enemies, is not merely poetic or symbolic. It is a practical tool for spiritual liberation. But applying it sincerely, we bring peace to our hearts and to the hearts of those who struggle against us, whether incarnate or discarnate. So we need to do our part. And we need to be the change that we want to see in the world. Okay. So this is my talk for today. Thank you so much for watching us. And I call Publio again.
Hello, Marcel. Wow, this subject, this theme is very interesting because I was thinking here. I have some questions for you.
Mhm.
Like, well, you already said, but it's very hard to have a love for those that we consider our enemies,
Mhm.
right? But it's not impossible.
Yeah.
That's the reason Jesus Christ said you have to love yourself, you have to love your enemies. So, is Spiritism teach us anything like how I can start doing this? Because start on, let's say, oh, we are a new resolution, new years, so start on January 1st, I'm gonna love everybody. How it happens in Spiritism?
Kardec said something that's very important, and I believe it can answer your question. He said, Spiritists love one another. Spiritists study. You need to study. So we can study and we can learn how to do that. Because if we try by ourselves, like alone, I think it's gonna be harder for us.
Mhm.
If we are with others, studying, sharing experience and learning, I believe it's better, right? So we can study together, and we, as I said, we can start small, doing some good things. Charity is the way, right? It's our logo. Charity is the way.
It's interesting because like we're not gonna start loving starting the next hour,
No.
but like you mentioned something like we can start with little things like I'm not gonna talk to him, but I'm not gonna keep the hatred in my heart. Here's one thing that we can start doing, or I'm gonna start praying for the person, right?
Mhm.
So it's very important.
Sending good vibrations, good thoughts, right?
Exactly. I think this is the good answer that spiritists teach us. Like we're not gonna change ourselves in 1 minute, but we can start changing with
Yeah.
little details in life.
Yeah. And
And
in every life we progress this
this much.
this yeah. So
Devout Pereira Franco used to say one quote very interesting. He used to say, you know what? Enemies, everybody has it.
Mhm.
But what's important is not to be an enemy of someone. It means like some people can hate me. Yeah, I cannot control, but I can control myself,
Yeah.
not being
Not
uh,
hating anyone, right?
exactly. So it's a good starting to. I think everything this get together in the same idea. And one thing very important that we have always think about, like you said, that especially this theme is about this the discarnate enemies. It means you are here today and you discarnate, or you're going to heaven or you're going to hell. No, we're gonna have, like you said, we're gonna keep the same feelings, love, patience, and hatred too. So what is important is start doing this before we go to the other side, right?
Hmm.
Or we consider discarnated one, because it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
And I remember Divaldo Pereira Franco, he used to tell a story about a spirit that was his enemy. If for
Hmm.
more than 40 years, he
Yeah.
was there all the time. No, I know you from another incarnation. And Divaldo says, look, I change, and almost more than 40 years, and took a time. And one day he said, you know what? I can see that you really changed. So from now on, I'm not going to bother you anymore. So this is a very good lesson for us.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be start next week. I'm going to be a friend of everybody, right? So it's going to take time for me to change myself. And remember, these teachings here is not for another person. It's for me. Now, I have to start in myself,
Yeah.
and right, and you're very lucky on all your words, because gave us this thing. It's not the another problem, it's another person problem, it's me.
Wow. Yeah, it's true.
was was very, very good, Marcela. I
Thank
think
you.
was amazing what you said. And thank you very, very much to bring this subject to talk about this. And we are in a good time. We are Christmas times. It's a good time to see, you know what?
Think about forgiveness, right? Love, charity.
Exactly. It's like forgiveness is a very powerful feeling that can change. You mentioned that. You can change. Sometimes a word can change a, a bad situation,
Mhm.
right? We've been seeing many people, because a little thing, a little subject, a little thing, they go to bad decisions.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say thank you to bring those things for us, and bring the way Spiritists teach us on those situations. Thank you very, very much. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
my
night.
friend. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Marcel. So as you know, we're gonna do the spiritual care. But Publio, what is spiritual care? Spiritual care is a time that we have a remote pass. Pass is a transfusion of spiritual energy, assisting our physical, emotional, and mental balance. Remember, those are vibration that comes to us from the spiritual world and comes from the people around us. To the best benefit from the spiritual care, please follow the guided audio instruction or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help with the mentalization. Remember, I talk about the magnetized water. That is the time that as we know, the water is a chemical very interesting. The water receives the healing energies for our body and our soul, which your family can be benefit from. In these moments, the water will be magnetized by the good spirits and bring the energy that we always need to get in the balance, to get better. So as you know, we're gonna do a final prayer, a prayer for this spiritual care, and also gonna be a final prayer. So I'd like to invite you to be with us in this moment. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Close your eyes and think about the Son of Jesus Christ heart. In those days that we celebrate the Christmas, let's ask Jesus Christ and allow the good spirits to be with us, involving ourselves in the fluids, in energy so beautiful that make us get better and better. Allow the good spirits to visit those that we care so much, those that are in the book of vibration. Your peace, your love must be with us today and forever. So be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capharnaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
So we'd like to say thank you to everyone that was here with us, and I hope you enjoyed this time, this spiritual care, the healing energies that we got. And remind you to follow us through the Facebook Spiritism Canada, the YouTube Spiritism Canada, and in the group Path of the Light in Instagram. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. We're gonna get together before Christmas Eve. So see you next week. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.
A world where we will be as free as any bird flying in the sky, where peace prevails. That's what I dream for you and me. Moved by the light of love, no longer dimmed by who we were. We'll rise into what we are meant to be, among flowers shining with the glow of supernovas. Tokens of that endless love God feels for us. That's what I dream. I dream a new day is going to dawn, the rising of a different world, where eyes will seek out chances to do good. A world of peace and brotherhood awaits the change that we can make. And changing our hearts is the first step we must take. A world where we will be as free as any bird flying in the sky, where peace prevails. That's what I dream for you and me. Moved by the light of love, no longer dimmed by who we were. We'll rise into what we are meant to be, among flowers shining with the glow of supernovas. Tokens of that endless love God feels for us. That's what I dream. I dream a new day is going to dawn, the rising of a different world, where eyes will seek out chances to do good. A world of peace and brotherhood awaits the change that we can make. And changing our hearts is the first step we must take.